Oh, this is Seraphine mid. I see. The only thing about Seraphine mid is her abilities aren't the easiest to land. Still important that you try to like kill them though. The gold rings means her passive auto is up, I believe. I mean, her passive like double ability is up. Let me see. So I'm trying to think for a VOD like this. I need to see. Like all I can tell you right now. Like I'm not gonna spend too much time in lane on this VOD. But you need to be playing to win lane still. Like you're not throwing abilities when he's going for CS. So like you need to be playing to win lane still. I know you want this VOD mainly for like the mid game, I believe. So this is one of those rare occurrences. I'm not gonna like take too much time in lane because I can already kind of see what's gonna happen. Like I can already tell like you're not gonna be trying to kill him at all. It looks like you're literally just like farming and throwing Qs at the wave and shit, and like randomly throwing abilities at him. That's not gonna cut it. You should still be playing to win lane. Even in Seraphine's current form, she can still win lane and she can still kill people. Especially if you're throwing abilities when they're going for CS. I mean, I'm fine if they give Seraphine more damage, I think. Well, it depends. Not more damage to the wave, but more damage to champs. And less utility, because then it makes her actually have to lane. Currently, most of the Seraphines just like hit the wave. So it depends like how they give her the damage. Wow, this is yours. This is yours actually bot. Did he just get hit by both Qs? Did he just get by the double Q and there's like no CS to even get at the time? Yeah, there's literally no CS to even get and he just gets hit by both. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this lane's going literally exactly how I expected it to. Gotta lane with Seraphine just like everybody else. Wow, the double Q just clears the wave. It's so gross. Alright, you should be recalling here. Yeah, good. Should definitely be going Dark Seal. Seraphine's one of those champs that it's really easy to not die and it's really easy to get assists. Okay, good. Hit him again. Why are you so afraid of him? You have a recall on him. Like you bought and he didn't, and you're acting so scared. Like you could have killed him there. So Seraphine can kill his ear and you shouldn't just focus on CS? I'm assuming that's a question, but yes. If that's the question, yeah. Like right there. that was a good kill opportunity because he didn't recall yet, and he had half HP. Seraphine could kill there. Okay, this is so, and then here you put a ward here. Like seeing the enemy jungler on this alone, like you don't have to be this afraid. You also like should be hitting Azir. Gotten too much into the habit of not trying to fight enemy mid. Guys, it doesn't matter who your champ is. Like I could main Yuumi mid. And I still need to win lane. I still need to kill them in lane. I still need to push the lane. I still need to do all the other things. It doesn't matter who you are. It's very important to understand this. Or else you are literally coin flipping the game and hoping that your teammates are better than the other teammates. Enemy team. You have to have some way of influencing it. So right here, you should have chunked him since he was face checking. Like since he doesn't know you're in the brush. Yeah, you contributed nothing. Literally. So you should have chunked him as he was like the only actual danger here is like if Azir tries to ult you towards Lee, but I mean that's not gonna happen right now. Even if it did, you still have a lot of counterplay here. But you should have at minimum hit Azir from the brush because you did have first move to here, meaning he has to be face checking. And then after that, you could still stay there. Like if you were hitting him from the brush, he might not even come over to here. He might be trying to do things over the wall. But if you just because you're gonna chunk him from the brush, so it's gonna be very dangerous for him to walk up. But you didn't hit him with anything, and then walked all the way around, even though like you're really not in any danger at all. Let's Lee finish the dragon, and nothing happens. So you never ended up touching Azir. So like you putting a ward there and then moving to the dragon with your mid prior was actually good. Because you guys had bot prior too, and you could have killed Lee Sin like alone on the dragon, but you didn't do anything. So that tells me you were scared of something, and you cannot play that scared. Like there's no danger anyway. The power of like having mid prio there. Look. You see how Azir has mid prio here? And look, you don't want to go this way, right? Right? Like you feel you don't want to go into the brush. Look how it affects your pathing here. You don't want to go the same way as him. Like you know if he's waiting in the brush, he can like you lose that. It's the same thing. So because you push first, you need to make him take a ton of damage face checking without vision. And here, you shouldn't even be following, really. Here, you should just be pushing the next wave. Well, actually, it's impossible to tell. Odds are you should be pushing the next wave. But based off what bot lane looks like, I can't see exactly what bot lane looks like. I can only like decide based off the information I'm given here, which is like I see TF super low, and you don't have prio, so odds are you would never be able to make it to help this fight, so you should just be pushing mid wave. So you need to move your camera. Like what's clear here is you're moving because Azir is moving. You are not like you didn't even look at bot lane to see if you should go there. Like what if literally the fight's just completely fucking lost and you're just wasting your time? You need to see if you should go to it, not just move to move. Right? Like see, like that's when you looked at it right there. That's way too late. You should be looking at it before this wave is even cleared. Right here, you should be looking down there to see. And you look over, you see there's no fight to be had here, so you should be immediately turning around. Like, because the only way, so like, regardless of what happens down here, you shouldn't continue moving. Because at this point, once you look down here, like this, The only way the enemy team dies is if they, for some whack-ass reason, decide to turn around and fight anyway, even though they shouldn't, right? There's no world ever they should win. So if they do, like this is just you taking a gamble when you get guaranteed lead, just pushing mid-wave, taking plate. Enemy team griefs anyway, as like we were just talking about. You guys should still, like, now you guys, somehow this turns into a losing fight for you guys. This is a disaster everywhere. Yeah, this is a disaster everywhere. Should never be down here. Never be down here. That Jack skin is bullshit. Like, when his ult's on, it looks like his E is on. It looks the exact same. Yeah. You just should have never been down here. And if you are gonna, like, if you looked down here first and then went down, it would, at least we could have been like, well, at least you looked. But you didn't. So it tells us a lot right away on how you're basing your decisions. Also, if you're beating Azir in lane, he can't make roams before you like that. Okay, so you're going Rod of Ages tier? I see. Push the next wave. W's useless and a big fat waste of mana. Now you have no mana. Gotta reset. Oh, you definitely should have kept that reset. Good that you're pushing mid, but that was a good reset to take. Because you can't really do anything. Okay, this is good at least. Okay. Hi, Big Rex. Okay, so what the hell is that noise? Okay, so Azir's there. You push this. Where did he go? You should have tried to stop him. You should have tried to stop him in the brush first off. Like, use your blue trinket, stopped him. And then after that, if you don't stop him, you should be hitting the tower for plates because that means he's coming back from base. You're just wasting time. You literally have, there's nothing for you to do. You're just running in the river. Like, look, you're just clicking back and forth in the river. Like, see? Like, what are you getting done here? Like, you have this, like, I can already tell, you have this thing where you don't want to kill the enemy mid. You're not even trying to get tower plates. You just, like, are trying to clear the wave and, like, play support. You're trying to play a mid lane support. It doesn't work that way. Like, you can play a support champ in mid lane, but you need to play mid lane. You still need to push. You need to hit the tower. Like, it's not as complicated as you're making it. Like, there isn't any other options. Like, you don't just run around. If the enemy mid's not in lane, even if the enemy mid is in lane, you push and you hit the tower. Like, see, you just push and you just look. Like, where could you be going here? You're just losing CS in mid lane. Like, see, if this Azir is a better player, he just pushes mid nonstop, hits your tower nonstop, bodies you nonstop because you won't hit him. Like, if you refuse to hit them, they can hit you. And you just lose HP over time while trying to clear the waves, wasting ability on the wave, and then you have to recall, and then he hits the tower. He'll take the tower, and you just lose slowly. He should just be hitting mid wave nonstop right now while you run around and do nothing. And then like these fights like this, all that happens like by moving like this is you're coin flipping. Hopefully something works out. But there's no consistency here. There's no consistency here. Now, the times you should be moving after you shove the wave is when your bot lane or top lane or whoever is like shoved. They're actually pushing, and you can go down there and dive and shit. Not this, though. And your ult's used way, like... This ult makes no sense. Well, Jax going bot's irrelevant to how if it will work or not. It depends on who's winning bot lane at the time, who's shoving, the HPs, all that stuff. Now, this fight's probably winnable, or like at this point, it is winnable. But then you throw it down the drain instantly with this ult. Like this ult should be like Maokai is irrelevant. It should be going diagonally directly at their main threats: Lee Sin and Vayne. This is useless. Who cares if it hits Maokai? He uses his abilities and that's it. He already did. He already used them. Maokai jumps in, uses W. Look, W, Q, ult. That's it. Maokai's useless at this point. Doesn't do shit. Like, you don't even have to ult right now. But if you're going to, it needs to hit the main, like the important targets. You just aimed for these two because they're clumped up on each other, but that's irrelevant. It needs to be hitting the Vayne. That's who you should be aiming for here. If you send it diagonally towards Vayne, like they have to run through it. This fight's lost because of. So first of all, your ult. That's the first issue. You can even start with E to make things easier. You don't, and like. Okay, you ult the wrong target, you E the wrong target, you don't W when you get here, which would save them to be alive a little bit longer. Let's see where you use Q. Your W is useless at this point. You shouldn't have used W there either after the time passed. And then you use Q. So the amount you contributed to that fight was basically nothing. Actually, it was nothing. No. It was that Q right there. That was your contribution to that fight. Qing the Vayne at the end. Because nothing else you did mattered at all. Your W didn't matter because you did it way too late. Your E didn't matter because you sent it on Maokai. Your ult didn't matter because you sent it on Maokai. So not only should you not be down here, but the execution of the fight was close to as bad as it could be. Which means you need to be like actually thinking about your abilities and not using them just because people are clumped up and stuff. You need to be thinking about who the threats are. And like I said, you don't even have to use it early like that. You can walk up and use normal abilities first, and then if they really over dive you guys, then you could use ult. Like this. This is what I'm talking about right here. If they just start chasing and over diving and shit, then like look. Now, like, so if you used it earlier the right way, that wouldn't have been wrong or anything. This is just to show you that there are other moments and you don't have to use it at the start. Because as you can see, you could have had a fat ult here, but... Where's your E? Nowhere. You're fighting, the way you fight is actually as big of a problem as the way you lane. Because right here, especially, like, this is currently not a bad fight. Your camera control is a bit fucked up though. Like, we can't even see Vayne. Like, think about how much of your camera is being used right now. Like, all of this is useless. All this wasted space. It needs to be way further down. Your E, you went to use it there, then didn't use it. You could just be dropping a Q. Like, you should be using your double Q here, right where my mouse is. Why not? I'm confused. If Vayne walks forward into these double Qs, it kills her. I'm confused on what you're saving your abilities for. Is there a reason? Is there something specific? Because I see you like going to use them, kinda like, and then you stop. Like you press it and then you stop. Wait, you don't think QQ would kill the Vayne? Are you crazy? You would overkill the shit out of her. So we definitely need to work on knowing how much damage you do too then. But like even if it didn't kill her, still, what are you waiting for? Like 1Q might kill this Vayne. With the Rod of Ages build, maybe not, but it might still. But you haven't contributed to this fight yet, basically. Is the issue. You haven't contributed anything. Like why build Rod of Ages if you're gonna play all the way in the back, not use anything and be this afraid again? That's like someone, building tank but not walking forward. You have all this HP. The enemy teams can only hit so many people. They're all single target damage, actually, literally. I mean, Azir is a little bit of AoE, but more single target. TF's walking up with gold card, and then your contribution was that right there? Throwing double E from a mile away so there's no chance it hits anybody? Like, you gotta understand, just because your champion has range doesn't mean you should be throwing it from back here. Like, only a bot is gonna get hit by your E in this scenario from all the way back here. And you waste your double ability on it. So if you threw double Qs, it would kill Vayne, damage Zir a lot, and you guys could turn and actually kill everybody here. If you contributed to this fight in any way, shape, or form earlier when you first got here, or here, you guys win this fight, but it's like you weren't here. That is how much you contributed. Look at that. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Gold card from TF. There's your Q. Is that all from you? Because I'm going to tilt if it is. If that is all your damage, I'm going to get tilted. TF is AD, I'm pretty sure. That's his gold card. So is that Seraphine damage? What else could it be? Do we get to see this TF's items? Did he go AD or AP? So now tell me again that your double Q doesn't kill the Vayne. And unless I'm mistaken, doesn't Seraphine Q like do more damage the lower people are? Or some shit? I'm gonna vomit. And you had 2 of them. You had 2. And you're saying I don't think it would kill. Bro. God damn it. You guys hate winning. Huh? No Q there either? Alright, so we have another double Q up. Here comes Azir. We're full HP. Tell me what we're running from here. Explain to me. The only answer I could think of is I don't want to win. Wait, it's 310 base damage at max rank? It's 310 base damage? In a 100% ratio? Yo, you guys hate winning, for real. You guys hate winning. Like, look. Like, you're actually playing like you're a Soraka mid. Actually, no. Even with Soraka mid would be doing more than this. Like, I'm genuinely confused why you won't press your buttons, like, at all. So we've now seen multiple scenarios where you can just press Q on your double Q and it will kill somebody. You haven't even been close enough to auto when you do need to auto as Seraphine. I'm confused. Like, you guys need to understand, living, not dying in League doesn't do shit. It doesn't do anything. You need to contribute. You need, like, if we totaled up the damage you did in that fight, it was under 200. Maybe under 100. And that was a long fight. You had multiple rotations come up. Big problem. Big problem. Especially going Rod of Ages. Like, you have so much HP. Never mind. We don't need to buff Seraphine damage. I lied. Yeah, like, what Big Rex is saying, like, there is some truth to that. Like, you don't have to understand, walking forward in the enemy team hitting you change things. It changes things. Damage they do to you. Like, you need to know, like, when you're in no danger whatsoever. Like you were in. You were never in danger that fight, not a single time. So you should have been autoing nonstop. You should have been hitting them with abilities nonstop. Look, see this right here? Playing to not lose right here, this little thing. You should be up there, hitting the wave. Walk up. You're just giving prio. Look, and now you're what the fuck is this? Now you're just begging to die here. Wait, you're new to the game? How long? How long have you been playing? I think I've asked you this before. I remember asking somebody this. Isn't it like... I can't remember. Halfway through season 12? What season are we in? Anyone know? I actually don't know. 14? So yeah, you are relatively new. Relatively. But anyway. You need to be playing to get the push first. Got coaching for you last year when I was a bronze early player. Really? Well, you're in plat now. That's good improvement, honestly. I did remember coaching with you before. I just couldn't remember exactly like what it was. But anyway, you need to be playing to push. How does... You know, it's really weird, someone going from Irelia to Seraphine. What a, like, completely opposite side of the, like, completely different playstyle. Okay. So, I noticed also in your Metafy thing, you were like, what do I do here? My teammates, like, I know you said you were Seraphine. What do I do when, or like, my teammates couldn't get any towers or make any plays? I thought you were saying this is a support Seraphine. So, your teammates can't get towers or make any plays because they're playing without a mid laner. I'm going to be blunt about it at the moment. Currently, They are playing with no mid laner. They are the only contribution to this game you have made is preventing them from taking that tower. It's just, you know, it's just like I'm just being real with you so you understand. It's not that your teammates, like, it's not that they're getting stomped everywhere or anything. It's just, yeah, you haven't done anything. If there's no plays to make in the side lane and the enemy mid moves, you can be the one to take mid tower, and that would be great. But you haven't done that. Anywhere you go, you don't contribute to the fight. You kind of just watch. Like, look at him. He's hitting your tower. That's what he should be doing. He could be doing this all game, too. Okay, so you TP down. Little shit show. Like, you see? Look. You need to see this for a sec. It must be a Seraphine thing. You and this TF would be headshot in my stream immediately. This kinky Seraphine guy holding his gold card, not throwing it at the Azir that's TPing. You both should be headshot immediately in chat. Should be instantly banned. What the fuck? He doesn't throw his shit, then watch you. Watch you right here. Watch. Just watch. All 4 abilities. All 4. What do? You click backwards. Where could you be going? You see what I'm saying? Where is your E? Where is your Q? Where is your ult? Where is anything? Where are your abilities? Auto him. Use something. You W a year and a half late. Zyra lands E. No Q from you. No E from you. Now you ult. What's the point of ulting here and not before? E into Q. Okay, let's see your actual damage here real fast. I am curious. That's all damage. Looks like TF might... Actually, I can't tell because Zyra hit him too. And then you used your double E here when he was charmed by your ult instead of using your double Q. That's why he lives. He lives because you don't use your abilities, right? Unless that was double Q and I didn't see it. I don't know. I can't see. Ult? That was double Q? I can't see. Oh, no, it was double Q. Okay. I just can't see it. Like, I don't see 2 Qs here. I only see 1. But I do see on the bar that it was yellow. But, like, I can't see the second one. Visually. I see E and I see 1 Q. Bro, where's the 2? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Point is, that guy lives because you don't do anything. Like, look right here. If you're hitting him the whole time here. How many times did you auto? No auto, no auto. There's an auto. What, 2 autos? 1 auto? Still afraid of nothing here? See, when you throw double Q, you can see the 2 Qs. For some reason, I couldn't see it before. But I can see it easily there. Okay, so... Same issue down there. You pressed your buttons finally, but not fast enough, and you didn't do enough. Like, they should never live through that. Seraphine wave clear is kind of satisfying, though. Wonder if other Seraphines go this build, because it looks pretty fucking grief. But I don't know Seraphine's builds enough to know. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even realize I still have it on 1.25 speed, which makes things even worse. Because it looks like you have so much time to do things and you're playing so slow. And I have it sped up. Rank 1 goes this build, then it's probably good. If you got it from him, that's probably good. If they're playing it, especially in mid lane. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's look. Now I'm just invested in your fighting. Now I'm just invested in how it looks when you fight. Because, okay, here we go. I mean, definitely got to fix your camera stuff, first off. Second, this ult makes no sense. Because they have, like, this is a main threat. I can't see past this. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Camera stuff, you know, yeah, if you're working on it, then it'll come with time. But yeah, this, it's hard for me to even tell you what to do if, because I wouldn't be able to function without seeing anything like this, right? We still don't see their Azir or Lee Sin to know what has happened. But what we do know is you used every ability, I believe. Wait, hold on. Not every ability. Well, hold on. So you have a double ability here, and then you use W for what reason? That's a big cooldown. It didn't do anything. Like now you don't have it for a fight that could happen. Like that didn't do anything. So wasted W. Alt the Maokai. I don't know if it hit anything behind him. E'd the Maokai. Q'd the Maokai. Imagine if we have ult. Imagine if we have ult in double Qs here. The movement speed you use there isn't going to do any, like, Seraphine isn't a champ where you like run up and pick somebody like that. Yeah, your target selection is a really big deal. But an even bigger deal, it's not even just the target selection, but it's that you're in this weird scenario where you either like are not patient enough with certain abilities, important ones, or too patient to the point where you actually not even patient because it's not patience, but to the point where you just don't use anything. That's coming from being scared. You're either too scared to use shit, or you use things too early on not targets that don't matter. You have to think of it like this. If you're Seraphine, right, and a Vayne wants to run at your team and auto them, but you have your ult or your double E or whatever, think about how much more difficult it makes it. It's very, like, Seraphine, what makes her annoying is, like, trying to running at the team. Because her abilities are designed in a way where they're not easy to land when somebody is, like, if you're chasing somebody or something like that. But they do good damage when they land. Or you have, like, the extra effects, the double ones, whatever it is. So when it's a fight like this, and they're a team that needs to dive, or like Vayne needs to run at you guys, if you have your ult or your E or whatever, like, you're gonna land them. But you use everything early on Maokai every time. Like, it's just autopilot. It has to be autopilot for you to do that. It has to be like you see someone dying, you see people stacked up, whatever, and you send it. You need to think. That's like if I'm playing TF and I just throw a gold card at whoever's in front of me every time. But that's not the way you're supposed to play him. Target selection's huge for TF. Okay, so you guys have a tower here. You have a tower here. You have so much health. They have no way of, like, killing you. Look how far back. It's good that you tried to clear the wave, but, like, you're so scared. You're so scared. As you can see from this game, that's a perfect example. Being scared gets you nowhere. Literally. That is like the reason this game, like from laning phase to team fights to when you got mid prio and roamed over to Dragon and Azir face checks and you don't hit him with anything because you're too scared. All of this is being affected. Every single thing is being affected by you being too afraid to do anything. Like, you can end the game with 0 deaths. It doesn't mean anything. Okay. Wait, why are you going down here? You should just be going down mid lane. You have TP, but it's not like you're going to be split pushing anyway, so you should just go down mid lane. As a Seraphine, you're not a split push champ. You're like, you can push a wave, but you need to be in mid lane. Like, your value is in wave clear and like team fighting stuff. Okay, you had a good idea to look for that. That's fine. But just like stay mid. You should just be staying mid lane. You should not be going to side lane permanently like this. You should be staying mid, and then sometimes you can rotate over and like collect the waves that are getting pushed under tower. But look, the enemy team's just hitting mid tower. That's where you should be. Especially if you're not gonna like try to kill the Azir and push him in. Now you're really just hoping your team wins the game for you because you don't provide anything. Okay? Okay? I like the idea with the... I mean, I don't like the TP, but I like the idea with the alt flash. I saw that. Alt flash, but then you need to be sending Q like immediately here. Or something. Actually, yeah. I feel like if you do this fast enough, it should be guaranteed Q. And E. I think E... I think you can even use E first. I think you can use R, E, and then Q. But you did everything too late. Like, you should know when you did the R flash here that it's going to land. And then you should already be sending E. Like, look, your mouse is over here. When you did R flash there, it should be here where my mouse is now. It should already be there. Like, see, now you're moving your mouse over to press it. Now you've pressed it. She's already been CC'd this whole time. And she just barely had enough time to flash. That should have been a guaranteed kill. Now you're in Narnia again. Now you're nowhere near close enough to contribute. You see, like, look how far you are for a sec. You're so far, we can't even see the fight anymore. Xerath can't even reach from here. Xerath Q doesn't reach them from here. Think about that for a second. You're not even Xerath. And you have a tower next to you. So you should be even less afraid. You should be up here where my mouse is at the moment. Up here. Where this Azir soldier is where how far up you should be. Look, see? Now you decide you want to help, but look. Your abilities literally cannot reach. Literally. Because this, if you're up here, like I was saying, and you double E here, that's great. Perfect. But you can't. You're so far away, they can walk out of your damn E. Azir's a psycho. Griefer. As you can see, it doesn't matter if they do something like that, because that's just trolling. Enemy team's walking through a choke here. You should be getting ready to hit them. Look how far you are. Again, so far, we literally cannot see them. We can't even see them. Like, you're under tower. You should feel so comfortable. Choke points are your wheelhouse. You should be chucking shit into this choke nonstop. Make it miserable for them. Who is this gonna hit? It can't even reach. Brother! It literally cannot reach from here to here. You are triple the distance away that you need to be. Triple. Oh, here, they're all stacked up in the choke. We can't see shit again. It hit my fucking window again. If TF hit that stun right there, if he didn't pull a red card and he threw a gold card, that would be your responsibility to follow up on this. Where are you? Who the fuck knows? On the other side of the map. Using W here makes no sense. W makes 0 sense here. Because nobody's being damaged. There's nobody close to death. You even have a double ability coming up here, so you should be like, oh shit, I'm about to dunk on their heads with double Q. Nope. Then you walk away. Then with your fat ass shield that you just used your double ability for, you run under tower with full health, level 15, throw E from across the fucking screen, Nexus to Nexus. Obviously, they have to have a seizure to get hit by that. Then throw another Q where they have to still be having the same seizure to get hit by. Do you see my issue here? Do you see the problem? I want you in there getting your hands dirty. You are Seraphine. Get in there. Fight. Play to win. Don't play to not lose. You need to play to win. Fight. If I check your OPGG, I should see 15 deaths a fucking game at this point. I need you to go in there and die, man. Like, seriously. You need to go in there and figure out when you are killable and when you're not. Because, like you said, you're relatively new. You've been playing since Season 12. You know why I know when I'm killable and when I'm not a lot of the time? Still not every time. Because I've been playing for 10 years. And I go in there and I limit test perma. So, like, if I don't know my limits perfectly, and I don't know when I can die perfectly, you have like 10 years of catching up to do. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to fuck around and find out. It's just like me, but you need to catch up 10 years. I ask a question. Sure. Did you just buy a fairy charm? I'm actually gonna tilt. Where's Anivia at these days? She's fine. She's good. She's good. Anivia's like always good. It's just like she gets harder to play the higher elo you get. Anivia's not an easy champ, so. So you just bought a fairy charm at 22 minutes when you have Tear and Rod of Ages. So obviously, you have no mana issues whatsoever. So if anything, at least put a control ward in that slot or an amp tome, something, just so I don't tilt. Because now I'm tilted again. Health pot is legitimately more useful, yeah. Health pots are kind of underrated, honestly. I want to start buying more of them, I think. Like, later on in the game, having no sustain is an issue. I think I already told her, I already told the Seraphine to get Dark Seal. First base. So, like, yeah, that's fine. See, I don't care where you put that control ward. I don't care if you bought a control ward there and never placed it. I don't care where you put your wards. I literally don't care. I just care that you wasted gold on a fairy charm when it's fucking useless. But even that, I don't care that much about. I care more that you are playing like you are a Yuumi with no host to attach to, and that you are constantly side laning when you should be in mid lane. and that you don't play to win lane, and that you don't hit the enemy tower, and that you don't do anything. You would have had the same effect on this game if you AFK'd. Unironically. Look, what is that? What is that? Where is the value in this W? This disgusting ability that shields the entire team or heals, and it's on an 8-second cooldown right now, 9-second cooldown, and we used it for what reason? Like, I keep seeing you use this, but it doesn't do shit when the way you use it. It's okay to chuck Qs like that to stack up your double passive, yes. Nobody push mid wave. Like, you play the game as if your teammates, as if this is a team game. That's what you don't get, I'm pretty sure. You play this like, oh, like this fantasy of, I'm Seraphine, I'm going to support my team, clear mid wave, heal them, shield them. It doesn't work that way. Sadly, it does not work that way. You need to do all of everything. You need to push, you need to kill towers, you need to kill the enemy team, you need to carry team fights, you need to do all of it. That doesn't change. Look at this. The enemy team taking your top tower, taking mid tower while you guys go to this useless shit? Because you won't go to mid wave and push it? Which is your job? Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Here comes Maokai. First thing you do is chuck your double Q at him. Here comes Irelia in the back. Yeah, ult the Maokai again. Did that hit Irelia or did that only hit Maokai? If that only hit Maokai, you're banned. Someone tell me. I don't struggle with her getting Mastery 7. Well, Mastery means literally, and when I say literally, I'm not exaggerating, literally nothing. So that might be the disconnect here. So you ult here. It only hit Maokai. Your ult, you realize you've ulted 3 times this game. And you've only hit Maokai. In all 3 of them. In a 24-minute game, you have ulted only Maokai. Unless I'm forgetting one of them. Am I forgetting one of them? Oh no, you hit Lee Sin in one of them. But it also hit only Maokai. I'm gonna let you finish, but I took game off Venom. Nice, good shit. Anyway, you see my point here. Like, you don't even need to focus. Like, think about it like this. In this scenario, is that Guile? It is. In this scenario, all that matters is you hit. Like, you need to make sure you hit. Oh, yeah, the flash ult on Vayne. Thank you. Like, it more matters that you hit Irelia. And maybe it can also hit Maokai. You make it so it guarantees to hit Maokai and almost hits Irelia. Like, you see the problem here? I knew you'd see that. What? I always use that Guile emote. I love it. Okay, so pushing that wave is fine. That blue ward is fine. I don't mind. But now you need to go back to mid. Top wave's reset. You need to go back to mid. Seraphine mains, watch your mouth. Don't talk about my boy like that. I can flame him because I'm coaching him. Watch your mouth. Don't talk about my boy like that. He ain't a Seraphine main. He was an Irelia player. I hate every time. next time, I was never really trying to be pushed beyond this point. You shouldn't be. So like that wave right there was reset, meaning you're not gonna lose farm, and like your champ isn't supposed to be split pushing, right? You're not supposed to be split pushing. You can push waves out if it's safe enough, but you don't want to be split pushing is the main thing. You want to be pushing and then going back to mid lane. You're in the right spot here, though, but your W's are really, really terrible. We need to fix your W's big time. Like, you should not be this afraid. Chuck shit in there. Like, see, you're letting an Azir just zone you off. Either kill him or kill them. Hit something. Hit them. Stop being so scared. Like, look, you're letting an Azir zone you off. Just walk up. Make him back up. Look how afraid you are. Look at you. I got coaching pretty recently. From me? It couldn't have been from me. Oh my goodness gracious. Help me. Lord help me. Dopa help me, please. Dopa, please save me. Save me. Mid Lane Academy, guys. I don't know who the hell that is. So you're telling me you got coaching recently. Tell me the first thing someone said was, hit them. Tell me someone told you you play 50 times more scared than anyone ever should. Tell me, please, for the love of Christ. They told you this. Tell me they told you need to win lane. Tell me they told you all of this that I am telling you currently. Or am I going to tilt again? Saying I should side lane more. I have no words. I have no words. I have no words, man. I play super scared because I don't know what out there one-shot me. That's why you got to go and figure it out. You got to learn the hard way. It's the only way to learn. How do you guys expect to learn? But when not... Look at this. Like, you were in the right spot here. You just needed to go in. You just need to walk up. Go do shit. Kill people. Are you still learning coding? Right now, I haven't had the time. Like, see, you died here? You died here because you went in so late. You went in so late that they finished the Baron. And then they can fight you. If you're going in while they're on the Baron, you can kill them. Not sure if I learn if dead. How? I don't understand. How would you not learn? You walk up, you get one shot, you go, oh shit. That guy can one shot me. I'm confused. I'm confused how you wouldn't learn that. If you're saying, I don't know what will one shot me, but saying you won't learn if you get one shot, then I don't know how. At this point, you tell me how you're supposed to learn it then. Because I must have missed something here. I must have missed something down the line to learn how to learn without like going out there and doing it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding. Holy shit, this Vayne is moving. Where's she going? Look at her go. Nice flash. And then she ate this. But the thing is, you could have saved her from the start. You could have just ulted here, hit Jax. It would hit Vayne if she tumbles this way, to hit her if she goes that way. Now, and like, you have to understand, I'm not telling you shouldn't go into the side lane. I want to make sure you understand what I mean when I say this. Like, going to a side lane and collecting the waves and pushing them like a little bit to, like, as far as it is to be safe, then grouping back mid in your champion's win condition. That's very different than going to the side lane and staying there like you are. That's just so we're clear here. I think many coaches say useful, even correct things, but not the right. Yeah, I think, well, one thing I noticed with coaches is they will say things that like are so irrelevant. I mean, they will either just say straight up wrong things, or they will say things that are so irrelevant to the player's current skill level that why even say it at all? Like, you know how many things I'm skipping over here that I could tell this Seraphine, but it's so useless at this time. How can I talk about like things that are much more difficult than the concepts they need to do right now, and you have to do those concepts to even make it to the next ones. So there's no point. That's how it is with almost any VOD. If you go to like when I VOD high elo, if you look at my high elo VODs, then you see me get to the real nitty gritty shit. But you rarely get to talk about that stuff. I think I just have too much trauma for being flamed by coaches. You got to hold that, because that's what happens when you get coaching from dog shit coaches. So you have to hold that. Other coaches made you regress. I hope we've learned a lesson here. There will never be a time where you get coaching from me and you regress. You will always progress in some way, because everything I give you will be correct information for your current skill. Alright, we're going to wrap this up soon, because it's just the same thing over and over. Use your abilities. Does the person you got this build from, can you link me the OPGG? Because I need to see something. Remember when Irelia used to have shield breaking properties? When Irelia's rework first happened, her passive gave her shield, like gave her extra damage when someone has a shield. What a disgusting company, by the way. Also, her ult, if you got hit by it, disarmed you. You couldn't auto her. Yeah, lots of counterplay. I'm glad we designed her with counterplay in mind. She needs it. Clearly. Clearly she needs it, because she's still disgusting nowadays with all that shit removed. So she definitely needed it. You know, this was a great VOD you sent, by the way. This was a great... Because this is the exact... So, like, you could play a lot of games, a ton of games, the way you're playing right now, and win, and think, because you won, you would think this is an okay way to play. But then games like this will happen, and it feels like there was nothing you could do, and you'll get trapped into like, well, how am I supposed to win when my teammates don't do anything? That's why this VOD was perfect. This is why you can't play this way. Because to consistently climb and consistently win, you need to be like. Let me ask you this: did you feel like you did more than the enemy mid this game? Bare minimum, did you do more than the enemy mid? Right, Azir was a lot more useful. Yeah, he was, and it's not like he's some. This it's not like it's some godlike Azir player. Like at the very minimum, you should feel like you're doing way more than the enemy mid, and even then, you're gonna lose games. Even when doing way more than the enemy mid. That's how important it is that you were trying to do as much as possible. There's no getting carried. Like you gotta, Anyway, let me see this OBGG. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be cubic. Let me see. Oh hey, he went against my boy Spawn here. I want to see what they do. In mid lane. Yeah, this is what I thought. Okay, so this is what I thought I was going to see. So, as you can see here, in a lot of these games, actually almost every single game, like when they do this Rod of Ages shit, like you see how, look, Cosmic Drive, Rylays, Leandries, like damage. They need to do damage. The only time you don't need to build damage is if like you actually have fed carries that are going to carry you. That'll never happen with you. You are nowhere near an elo where you should be building for your teammates. Ever. Ever. Your build should be full damage every time.